Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel Coin Lovers. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the United Kingdom's 5 pence coins. While most people think a 5p is just a small piece of change, the truth is that some rare versions of this coin are worth hundreds, even thousands of pounds to collectors. In this video we'll be counting down the top 5 most valuable 5 pence coins you should look out for. Make sure you stay tuned till the end because number 1 on this list is a coin many people don't even realize they might already have. So let's jump right in and see if you're holding onto a hidden treasure in your pocket. Let's get started. In today's video we are going to take a deep dive into the fascinating world of British coinage with a very special focus on the 1996 5 pence coin of the United Kingdom. Many people think of small denomination coins as everyday pocket change, but in reality, some of these pieces can hold hidden value, rare varieties, and unique stories that make them incredibly collectible. So if you've ever held a 5p coin from the 1990 South and wondered if it's worth more than its face value, stick around because I'm going to give you a full breakdown, and don't forget subscribe to the channel for more detailed coin guides and updates about the most valuable coins in circulation. The 5 pence coin has a long and interesting history. First introduced in 1968 as a replacement for the old 1 shilling coin, it was originally much larger in size. However, in 1990 the coin underwent a major transformation. The Royal Mint reduced its size significantly, creating the smaller 18.0mm nickel brass version, which is the same size we still see in circulation today. By 1996, this smaller design had already been in use for 6 years, and the coins were struck in large quantities for everyday spending. However, not all coins are created equal, and some years, including 1996, have details that interest serious collectors. The obverse of the 1996 5 pence coin features the famous portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Makhlouf, which was used on British coinage between 1985 and 1997. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the royal diadem crown, and collectors recognize it as one of the more detailed engravings of her reign. On the reverse you'll find the crown thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. This traditional design symbolized the unity of the nations of the UK and was used on the 5p until 2008, when it was replaced by the Royal Shield series. Now let's talk about how many were made. The mintage of the 1996 5 pence coin was around 456 million pieces. That's a very large number, which makes it one of the more common dates in circulation. On the surface, this high mintage would suggest that the coin isn't particularly rare. However, collectors still seek coins in pristine condition, especially brilliant uncirculated and proof examples, which were struck with extra care for coin sets. These premium issues from the Royal Mint can fetch more than their face value among numismatists. In circulated condition, the 1996 5 pence usually trades only at face value, which means you might still spend it as 5p in the UK. But if you've got a coin in excellent condition, sharp edges, no scratches, minimal wear, it can bring between £1 and £3 from collectors who are completing date runs. The real value lies in brilliant uncirculated blue sets or proof coins, which can be worth £5 to £10 depending on market demand. These coins are sealed in official presentation packs and have a mirror-like finish, making them highly desirable. One of the most exciting parts of coin collecting is looking for errors and varieties. With 1996 5p coins, there aren't many well-documented major errors, but collectors have reported examples with off-center strikes, double die errors, and misaligned text. Such coins can be extremely rare, and when verified they could sell for tens of pounds or even higher if the error is dramatic. If you have a 1996 5 pence that looks unusual, maybe thicker rim, missing details, or unusual lettering, keep it safe and have it checked by a coin expert. Although millions were minted, demand among collectors keeps the 1996 5 pence coin relevant. Many enthusiasts collect one coin for each year of issue, known as a date-run collection. This means even common years like 1996 are essential to complete the series. Over time, coins in top condition get scarcer because most are worn down in daily circulation. That is why graded coins in mint state condition are valued far higher than average pocket change examples. You might be wondering if the 1996 5 pence is a good investment coin. While it's not one of the rarest modern UK coins, history shows that even ordinary coins can gain value as they age. Think of the old large 5p coins from the 1960s and 70s, once common now collectible. If you keep brilliant uncirculated or proof 1996 coins in protective cases, there's a chance they will increase in value over the coming decades, especially as complete collections become more popular. If you're building a collection, here are some tips. First, always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints. Second, store your best coins in plastic capsules or album pages to protect them from scratches. Third, keep an eye on coin fairs, online auctions, and Royal Mint releases, because that's where you'll often find uncirculated or error 1996 coins. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. Coin collecting is about history, art, and discovery, not just money. So, to sum it up, the 1996 5p coin of the United Kingdom is generally a common date, but it still carries value in brilliant condition or as part of special sets, while circulated coins might only be worth face value. Uncirculated and proof examples can bring in a few extra pounds, and rare error coins could be worth significantly more. Always check your change. You never know what treasure you might be holding. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more videos about the hidden value of UK and world coins, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment below about the most interesting coin you've ever found. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Today we're diving into the fascinating history and details of the 5p coin from 1997 of the United Kingdom. This small yet iconic coin has been part of everyday British life for decades, but its background, design, and collectors' value make it more than just a piece of spare change. By the end of this video, you'll not only know the true worth of the 1997 5p coin, but also how to spot rare variations, what makes it collectible, and why some coins from this year can be worth much more than face value. So stay tuned and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for weekly uploads about rare and valuable coins from all around the world. The 5p coin we're focusing on today was minted in 1997, a year that carried special significance for British coinage. It was during the 1990s that the smaller-sized 5p coins, which were introduced in 1990, were well established in circulation. Prior to that, the 5p was larger and heavier, but in an effort to make currency more convenient, the Royal Mint had reduced its size to match the 1p and 2p coins more closely. By 1997, the small-sized 5p had become the standard, and millions of them were minted for circulation across the United Kingdom. Design-wise, the 1997 5p coin features the crown thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, symbolizing strength and heritage. The thistle is surmounted by the crown of St. Edward, and beneath it is the denomination 5p. On the obverse or head side, we see the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makloff. This portrait had been used on coins since 1985, showing Her Majesty wearing the royal diadem. This design was highly recognizable to the public and is a reminder of Britain's modern coinage history during the late 20th century. In terms of minting, the Royal Mint produced an enormous number of 5p coins in 1997 to meet circulation demands. Exact figures reach into the tens of millions, making this coin common in day-to-day transactions. However, within these large mintages, certain factors can make specific coins more valuable. These include proof sets, brilliant uncirculated issues, and of course any minting errors. For collectors, these rare examples are the real treasures, and their value can be far higher than the typical 5p face value. So what is the value of a standard 1997 5p coin today? For a coin in circulated condition, it generally retains its face value of 5p. However, uncirculated or proof versions can fetch between £1 and £5 depending on condition, while rare error coins such as MIS strikes, double strikes, or off-center designs can sell for £10, £20, or even more if found in exceptional quality. Collectors on platforms like eBay and coin auctions are always on the lookout for such unique examples. Speaking of rarity, one of the main things to check on your 1997 5p coin is whether it has any unusual features. Look closely for things like lettering errors, edge irregularities, or unusual metal tones. Sometimes coins are struck on the wrong planchet, which can make them highly collectible. Even a tiny difference can multiply the value of your coin many times over, so don't dismiss the change in your pocket too quickly. Now, if you're wondering where to find the highest value for your coins, it's important to consider condition and grading. A coin graded by a professional service such as NGC or PCGS with a high mint state rating can easily fetch premium prices. Collectors love coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those sealed in presentation packs or year sets from the Royal Mint. So if you happen to own a 1997 5 pence coin in such condition, it's definitely worth holding onto or getting it professionally graded. Another fascinating aspect of the 1997 5p coin is its role in everyday life. It may not seem like much, but this small silver-colored coin has been used in countless transactions, from paying parking meters to vending machines, to being part of daily shopping across Britain. Its practical use combined with its collectible variations makes it both a nostalgic and potentially valuable coin for collectors. In fact, many people start their coin collecting journey with everyday change like the 5 pence. Before we wrap up, let's quickly highlight the 40 mint subscription details for those who want to build a proper collection. Many collectors subscribe to the Royal Mint or coin dealers for annual issues and mint sets, which often include proof coins of denominations like the 5 pence. These subscriptions are a fantastic way to ensure you never miss out on special releases or limited edition strikes. Having such subscriptions can also help you track down variations like the 1997 proof coins, which are often more valuable than the standard circulation strikes. So there you have it, the 1997 United Kingdom 5 pence coin, a small piece of currency with big history and potential value. From its iconic thistle and Queen Elizabeth to portrait to the possibility of rare minting errors, this coin proves that even the smallest denominations can be treasures. If you've got one in your pocket or collection, take a closer look. You might be holding on to something worth more than you think. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more coin collecting content and hit that notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into rare and valuable coins from around the world. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of British coinage and uncover the story behind the 1998 United Kingdom 5 pence coin. While many of us see this small silver coin in circulation or tucked away in our coin jars, few truly know the history, details, and potential value it may hold. Whether you are a beginner, collector, and investor in rare currency, or just someone curious about the coins in your pocket, this episode will give you everything you need to know about the 1998 5 pence piece. The 5p coin in 1998 was already in its reduced size form, a change that happened back in 1990. Originally, the 5p coin introduced in 1968 was much larger and modeled after the shilling, but the Royal Mint decided to shrink its size to make it more convenient and in line with modern coinage. By 1998, the coin had already been circulating for 8 years in its smaller version, and it carried with it the standard design that had become familiar to millions of people across the United Kingdom. On the obverse side, the 1998 5 pence coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which had been introduced just that same year. This marked an important shift in the imagery of the Queen because Rank Broadley's portrait was more realistic and detailed compared to previous designs. The inscription around the portrait reads, Elizabeth to DG Reg. FD 1998, which is Latin for Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This obverse design was a fresh update for British coinage at the time. On the reverse side, the 1998 coin carries the emblematic design by Christopher Ironside, showing the crowned Scottish thistle, a proud symbol of Scotland and a long-standing emblem of resilience. The crown placed on top of the thistle represents the unity of the nations under the British crown. It is surrounded by the words 5 pence with the denomination written out, instead of simply using the number, giving the coin a more traditional look. When it comes to specifications, the 1998 5 pence coin is made of cupro nickel, which is 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a weight of 3.25 grams, a diameter of 18 millimeters, and a milled edge. These details are not just trivia, they are very important to collectors and can help you confirm the authenticity of your coin if you suspect you've come across a rare piece. Now the real question many of you have: what is the value of a 1998 5 pence coin today? In general circulation, the coin is still worth its face value of 5 pence, but to collectors, condition matters a lot. A well-worn example will usually not fetch more than its face value. However, uncirculated or proof specimens from mint sets can be worth more, sometimes ranging between £1 to £5, depending on the beer, the condition, and whether it comes in original mint packaging. But here's where it gets interesting: error coins. If your 1998 5 pence coin has any minting errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped plankets, or unusual metal flaws, then its value could be significantly higher. Error coins are sought after by specialist collectors, and while they may be rare, they can turn an ordinary 5 pence into a coin worth several pounds or even more in exceptional cases. Another factor that adds to the collectability is that 1998 was the first year featuring Ian Rank Broadley's effigy of Queen Elizabeth. That makes the coin historically significant because it marks the start of a new portrait era for collectors who aim to complete date runs of 5 pence coins. The 1998 edition is a must-have, and coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can definitely command a premium compared to other more common years. For those who are building a collection, I recommend keeping an eye out for coins in brilliant uncirculated condition or those preserved in official Royal Mint sets. Proof coins from 1998 which were specially struck with extra detail and shine can fetch even more value. These coins may not make you rich overnight, but they are historically significant and a great addition to any serious UK coin collection. Remember, the true worth of a coin is not just in its market price but also in its place within numismatic history. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that coin collecting is a journey, and part of the joy is discovering the stories behind everyday items we take for granted. The 1998 5 pence coin may seem small, but it carries within it a royal portrait, transition, a national symbol, and decades of history. So check your pocket change, search through old coin jars, and who knows, you may find a hidden gem. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and join our community of collectors as we continue to explore coins from the UK and around the world that could be worth more than you think. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of British currency, focusing on the 5 pence coin from the year 1999 of the United Kingdom. At first glance, it may look like just another small denomination coin that you might pass around in everyday change, but for coin collectors and history enthusiasts, the 1999 5 pence carries its own story of design, mintage, and value. Whether you're here for numismatic knowledge, collecting tips, or investment insights, this video will give you everything you need to know about this coin in detail. The 5 pence coin has been an important part of the UK's decimal coinage system since its introduction in 1968, replacing the old shilling by 1990. The coin was reduced in size to a smaller, lighter version, which is the style we find in circulation during 1999. The coin from that year features a diameter of 18.0 millimeters and weighs 3.25 grams, making it a compact yet distinctive piece of the nation's circulating coinage. This change in size was necessary to modernize the currency and make it more practical for everyday transactions. On the obverse of the 1999 5 pence coin, we find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This was the fourth definitive portrait of Her Majesty, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which had been introduced just the previous year in 1998. Collectors often notice the bold and more realistic design of the Queen's portrait, with the initials IRB of the designer engraved below. This portrait replaced the more youthful versions seen in earlier decades and became a hallmark of UK coinage in the late 1990s and early 2000s. South, on the reverse of the coin, you will find the crowned Scottish thistle, which has long been a symbol of Scotland and an important emblem in the heraldry of the United Kingdom. The design was created by Christopher Ironside and has been featured on the 5 pence since decimalization began in 1968. Above the thistle is a royal crown, and around the edge is the inscription 5 pence. Despite being a small coin, the artistry and national symbolism give it a strong sense of tradition and British identity. Now, when it comes to mintage, the 1999 5 pence had a production figure of over 244 million coins for circulation. This makes it a very common issue and easy to find in everyday change, both in its original year and many years after. However, collectors also value the coin in different conditions, whether circulated, uncirculated, or in brilliant uncirculated sets. Some 1999 coins were also struck for proof sets, which are far scarcer and more desirable to collectors who focus on pristine quality. In terms of value, a regular circulated 1999 5 pence coin typically holds a face value of 5 pence, and in most cases that is all you will get for it in daily use. However, coin collectors often Pay more for coins in better condition. A high-grade uncirculated example might fetch between £1 to £3, while proof-set versions or sealed, brilliant uncirculated coins could sell for £5 to £10 depending on demand. Although not a rare coin by itself, condition and presentation play a big role in determining worth. An interesting detail about coins like the 1999 5p is how they become more valuable to specialist collectors over time as more and more of these coins disappear from circulation due to wear loss or melting. The remaining uncirculated coins become scarcer. This is why some collectors advise keeping aside coins from the 1990s in brilliant condition, as they might gain more value in decades to come. If you have a sealed Royal Mint pack containing the 1999 5p, it's definitely worth holding onto. Subscription collectors who follow the Royal Mint releases know that these sets can often include low mintage coins in brilliant uncirculated condition. The 1999 5p featured in such mint sets continues to attract buyers today as the packaging preserves the coin's shine and detail. This highlights why numismatics isn't only about rare coins but also about condition, presentation, and historical context. Collectors often subscribe to mint sets year after year, making coins like the 1999 5p a part of a bigger collection journey. If you're wondering about errors or varieties, the 1999 5p does not have any widely recognized mint errors that are officially documented, but like all mass-produced coins, occasional striking errors, off-center strikes, or die cracks can occur. Such error coins, if found, can drastically increase in value, sometimes selling for tens or even hundreds of pounds depending on the uniqueness of the error. This is why it's always good to carefully check your coins instead of assuming they are only worth face value. To wrap things up, the 1999 5p coin of the United Kingdom may not be the rarest or most valuable coin you will ever find, but it is still an essential part of British coinage history. Its design, mintage, and connection to the late 1990s make it a collectible worth noting, especially for those building complete year sets or focusing on Queen Elizabeth II coinage portraits. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, always remember that coins like this tell the story of a nation's economy, artistry, and tradition. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1999 5p, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more videos about coins worth big money and hidden treasures you might have in your pocket change. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of British coins, focusing on the United Kingdom 5p coin from the year 2000. At first glance, this little silver-colored coin might not seem like much, but in the world of numismatics, every coin has a story, a history, and sometimes even a surprising value. Whether you found one in your pocket, inherited a collection, or are curious about its potential worth, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know everything about this coin, from its design and mint details to its collector's value today. The 5p coin was first introduced in 1968 ahead of decimalization, replacing the shilling. By 1990, the coin was made smaller, and the 2000 edition belongs to this smaller, modern-sized 5p series. In the year 2000, Britain was celebrating the new millennium, but the Royal Mint continued to strike standard circulation coins with no special commemorative design for the 5p. This means the 2000 coin is technically a regular issue, but its collectability lies in its condition, rarity in high grades, and minting details. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, a design used on UK coins from 1998 until 2015. The reverse showcases the crowned Scottish thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. Around the edge reads the denomination 5p. This classic design remained unchanged until the Royal Mint's Shield series redesign in 2008, making the 2005p one of the last decade's traditional thistle coins. The 2005p is made of cupronickel alloy 75%, copper 25%, nickel. It weighs 3.25 grams with a diameter of 18.0 millimeters and a milled edge. These specifications were standard for all small-sized 5p coins from 1990 until 2011, when the Royal Mint began producing them in nickel-plated steel due to rising metal costs, so the year 2000 issue still carries that heavier cupronickel feel, making it slightly more desirable than the modern steel versions. Now let's talk numbers, because in coin collecting, mint figures tell us about scarcity in the year 2000. The Royal Mint struck approximately 264 million 5-pence coins for circulation. That's a massive number, which means most coins from this year are still relatively common in pocket change. However, the story changes when we look at brilliant uncirculated Bousset's proof issues and special mint products. These limited edition strikes often have mintages below 50,000, making them much more collectible. So what is the value of the 2000 UK 5 pence today? In circulated condition, it's generally worth face value, meaning 5 pence. However, if you have a coin in uncirculated condition, the value can rise to between £1 and £3, depending on quality. Proof versions found in Royal Mint presentation sets can fetch even more, sometimes between £5 and £10, especially if still sealed in their original packaging. Collectors who aim to complete every date in the modern 5 pence series often seek out pristine examples from 2000, so high-grade versions do command a premium, while the standard 2000 5 pence is common error. Coins are where things get interesting. MIS strikes, off-center strikes, double-die errors and wrong planchette coins are rare, but can be worth significantly more. Some collectors have reported clipped planchette errors and weak strikes from the year 2000 issues. Depending on rarity and demand, such error coins can fetch anywhere from £20 to £100 or more at auction. Always check your coins carefully. You never know what hidden gem you might have. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the 2000 5 pence coin of the United Kingdom, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future videos on rare and valuable coins. Your support helps us continue producing detailed guides for collectors like you. Plus, subscribing means you'll always stay one step ahead in spotting valuable coins hiding in everyday change. The Royal Mint issued the 2000 5 pence across multiple product lines, including circulation coins, uncirculated coins, and annual coin sets. Proof versions in both base metal and silver proof sets, and special presentation packs. In total, when you count all the coin types across different sets, there are roughly 40 different mint product combinations for collectors to chase, from coin covers, millennium-themed proof sets, and annual collections. These variations make the 2000 5 pence far more than just a common circulation coin. It becomes part of a wider collectible ecosystem. To wrap things up, the 2000 United Kingdom 5 pence coin is a fascinating piece of modern British numismatic history. While common in circulation, its value lies in high-grade examples, proof versions, and error coins. Collectors who specialize in the modern decimal series often seek out each year's coinage to complete their albums, and the 2000 edition stands as an important millennium year issue. So next time you find one in change, take a closer look. You might just have a collectible coin worth holding onto. And remember, coin collecting is about more than money. It's about preserving history, one small piece of metal at a time.